Previously on Heroes and Hot Dogs. The battle with the dark version of the gnome was fierce and was not without cost. One of their members was instantly banished from the dream, whereas another had the energy in his brain explode, giving him permanent brain damage in the real world. Boo-hoo. It's always the same guy, go figure. The group fought bravely against the gnome and the demon he summoned, and with the help of a carefully placed crossbow bolt and a whole bunch of lawn darts, they beat the dark gnome. His dark energy exploded outward before shrinking into a pinpoint, which was eaten by the parrot. The parrot told the real gnome that he would now be able to resist the call of the darkness, and with that, they all awoke the next morning, and there was a commotion down by the docks, and they wondered what was going on. Okay, so it is morning, as I said, and Lilith, you were jettisoned from the dream at the point that you actually remember, but you awoke at the same time, a little bit before them, like probably like a half hour before them, and Weaver and Marcus were up because they don't sleep because they're robots. So they were up early, up and about, making food for the squishy organic peoples. And the dwarves, Kendrin, Svendrin, and Bork are getting their stuff together, kind of gathering up their tools for the day, basically. And you hear kind of like a little bit of shouting and some like kind of like some tool sounds coming from the docks. Yeah.
Tool sounds?
Yeah, like.
Wow, power tools.
Yeah, power tools now. Yeah.
Sounds of a hammer.
Yeah, like some chopping sounds, and yeah, and some of the automatons that don't really talk per se, but they kind of make little noises, kind of like a murmur.
Yeah, we.
So, how far is it to the? You said to the beach?
The docks, yeah. The
dock?
The dock is where the beach is. Yeah.
How far is it?
That's like a half hour.
Okay, so
I mean, you could like run, but yeah.
I would like to send my hawk up and just have him look and see what's going on. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
Because we do have this thing we need to get rid of pretty quickly here.
Indeed. Hold on, let me get my recap notes real quick, and change my tabs. Make sure y'all have your tabs open, y'all.
I do.
I think I have them all open. I only remember 2.
I mean, you need Roll20 and you need your character sheet.
Just
That's
as a reminder, you
Then
said
I'm good.
that you said that the level 3 homebrew classes will still appear on my character sheet.
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
Yes.
Don't
When
keep
you
that
go to
folder.
choose it at level 3, it'll pop up as an option.
Yes.
And all of the feats associated with it will appear on your sheet. They just might be in like the feat section or like the class section of your sheet. So, yep.
On a related
but
note, it's not related at all. I don't imagine dwarves would have razor blades, would they?
You can ask.
But dwarves don't shave.
That's universally true. Yes.
There's no
Not our beards, at least.
There's no. Oh goodness.
There are other uses for razor blades.
That's right.
It's true.
Well,
Maybe they
saying.
shave their legs.
They're very
they
fuzzy.
keep a
their
perfect
toes.
bikini wax at all times.
Their toes.
Yeah, they don't want to look like
They hate
hobbits.
toe hair.
They don't.
Yeah,
They don't want to
you
get
never know.
confused with hobbits. Well, I'm gonna
Right.
go find the nearest dwarf.
Okay. Yeah. Kendrin's nearby. He's putting away some of his tools.
Oh,
in his bag.
I didn't have to write a check for his name.
Well, okay. Dang it. Yeah.
It's okay. I was gonna call him Dwarf regardless.
Well, we'll just say that the name appeared in your head through alternative means.
Okay, great.
Because even though Diggory may have forgotten, Finnegan probably did remember.
Yeah.
That's totally
Yeah.
what he was saying.
Always remembers.
Except he
Someone
does have
remembered.
brain damage.
Yeah. Well, he has a phobia now. That's nothing to do with his memory.
Unless I happen to forget I have a phobia, that'd be great. Kendrick, do you have a razor?
He reaches into his bag and he pulls out a sharp rocks and he's like, "Will this do?"
It'll be good enough. So I'm
All
going
right.
to take this deep into the goddamn woods. And
Also, it's actually a very sharp rock. Like it's actually like
piece of obsidian,
like,
I imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty dang sharp.
I'm gonna go deep into the woods and shave because just because I'm wearing a mask doesn't mean I don't have facial hair, kiddos.
Okay, for sure.
No one's gonna see it. I'm gonna dump the
Okay.
hair where you'll never find it. Don't go looking.
Turn out to be a
Okay.
talking rock.
I
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I have broken harder things than rock with this fist already.
All right, what are y'all doing? All right, so we have
Nomad sent the hawk
get
up just to look.
Yeah,
look to
the
see
hawk's
what's
still
going on.
gone. It's gonna be a few minutes.
Okay, so he's going high and
Mhm.
looking,
Mhm.
so that I can see through his eyes.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Fine. All right. Yeah. So the hawk goes over to the ducks, and he flies by, and you can see that there's some automatons gathered around the dock area, and there's some. They appear to be working on some wood, bought in the beach, basically. That appear to have washed up on shore. And right. So, point of order: we need to establish. Robert the Fearless is, I believe, here. You sent.
Okay.
That's to my knowledge. You sent Robert.
Mhm.
He is the chef. He is not the construction worker,
Okay.
but he can still manage the construction bots just fine.
Okay.
Is he
but
the
his specialty
is he the stout boy or the tall boy?
he's a stout boy. Yeah.
I swore it was the other way around, but whatever.
I'm pretty sure. If you guys can, if someone can prove otherwise, then
It's not my robot. I don't really bother with it.
yeah. I do not.
I'll have to check later.
You got at the tapes. Yeah.
The tapes.
Difficult to. I mean,
Yeah.
Get
if
the
you guys all
evidence!
want, I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys prefer to have Captain Sevens here or Robert the Fearless, up to you. I can retcon it, and that's not a big deal, right?
Oh, I see.
If you prefer one rather than the other, I can change it right now.
So one's a cook and one's a.
An actual
One's a
construction
lumberjack, basically. Yeah.
Well, isn't one of the dwarves also
Yeah.
lumberjack basically?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's probably best not to have two of the same on the island.
Okay. All right. So you're good with having the chef then?
I guess so.
Mod.
Cool.
Robert
Okay.
the Fearless. It is.
Yep. All right. Cool. Yeah. So Robert the Fearless is seems to be talking to some of the automatons that had dragged out some of this wood from the water, and he's like, "You can't. You're pretty far up right now," but he appears to be talking to them and pointing out into the water on the horizon and such. Yeah.
Lilith has gone to look at starfish and commune with the fish.
Okay. Okay. This is great. Hold on. I need to pull up some. Okay. What direction did you go? I need to make it. Hold on. I need to. Hold on.
Do you have
Hold
a
on.
map?
Oh goodness.
We did Warner.
Did somewhat. Warner about what? Oh, the Sandshrews.
The Sandshrew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Well, I don't know if she remembers or not, but I need to pull up
Don't
my
remember that.
directions for southwest and east. Okay, so the south is where the main beach is that you came in on the docks. By the way, that's the south beach. All right. There is obviously a north, a west, and an east. What direction are you gonna go?
So something's gonna happen depending on direction here.
There's
Oh,
different
yeah.
things in different parts of the island. If you go out
Wait.
without asking direction, you're gonna just wander a direction.
It's gonna go north.
Okay. You just walk off by yourself. And
Shit.
Kendron gives you a stink eye as you pass by, and he's just like, as you just walk off alone into the woods, and you walk for a bit, and you go through some dense jungle, and you come to a sheer cliff, and there appear to be no way down. It's just a very, very steep drop. There's no sand or anything over here at all. It's like a good 50-foot drop to the bottom, and it's just like crashing waves and rocks at the bottom.
Well, that
Are you
just
a good
went from
diver?
Fun to not fun. Is she a good diver?
Crashing
I,
rocks at the bottom. Can you dive, Nomad? Whose team are you
That's the
on?
question at this point. Are you a good diver?
You know, like a what do they call 'em?
How
Pro
well
diver.
do you do with rocks?
In your
It's
face.
3-inch water over jagged rocks. Can
Oh,
you dive
I
it?
see. Oh, I see. I didn't catch that part.
Background is diving.
Woo! Okay, you gonna head back? I mean, also that took you a
I
while
mean-
to get there, by the way.
She. Yeah, she goes back. Yeah, she heads
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I won't take up too much of your day doing that because that's kind of mean. But yeah,
She just
She's
wanted to
learning.
find some starfish. Thanks.
you-
Thank you.
You said Marcus was in the room?
yeah. Marcus is by Weaver.
Okay.
He's like kind of poking at some food and being just like, "Do I eat it? Can I eat it? I'm so confused."
Marcus!
Buddy, hi.
Marcus!
Wait, oh, you're in brain speech, aren't you?
Yes, unfortunately I can't.
Oh my god, my head! What
Pretend-
the? There's demons in my head!
Marcus!
Pretend there's an
Marcus!
echo.
Marcus, calm down. This is just how I'm talking to you.
Oh,
Marcus, don't you remember me?
Oh, he's a psychic. Oh gosh. I hate people like that.
Marcus!
Yes. Man, I definitely know. How may I help you?
Oh, come on, dude. We've known each other for a long time.
Yep, time is relative. That's for sure. Time is yep, long time. Big best friend over here. We're good buddies. Do you want some bacon, buddy? I can't
what are
eat
you
it, I don't
talking-
think. Weaver, can I eat this thing? I don't know. So confused.
I mean, you can.
What's going on, man?
I mean, breakfast? I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Okay.
Do I wait, hold on. Do I actually know you? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh dear.
Hell, you
Well-
used to deliver artifacts to where I used to live before I left.
Oh.
And then you helped me leave.
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound familiar.
talking
So there's this thing where like I died and then I was in hell
Oh
for a
shit,
long
you
time.
died?
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, it's kind of a giant bummer. I like to talk about it. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't remember how I died. But yeah, and I was in hell for a long time, and I was just working my magic down there for a bit, and then I got dragged along with these guys, and then I got reborn as a robot, and it's been a weird few days, weeks.
Wait,
I don't know. Time.
but you don't-
still.
You don't really look like a robot. You have skin.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy because like he banged on his skin and it kind of like a little tink tink tink.
Okay,
I look normal, but I'm not.
So you've got skin stretched over metal. That's a little gross.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, it's not just like metal. There's like weird, like woody tendon things and stuff. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit. Yes. You can do that. No one else knows what you're saying, but did you want to just type it to me
Well,
again? Because
he's-
I believe it's like a sign language, I think, isn't it?
I think so.
What's
Because
this?
I'm just saying because he would understand it, which means that he would actually know that he knew me at some point, wouldn't he?
Yeah. I mean,
Since he's-
well, he would know you're of the same variety.
Okay.
Like you can do. I mean, you can put the symbol up if you want. Like I think there's like a thieves can't chart somewhere, but you can just generally tell me what the 1 to 2 word thing is you're trying to say, right?
That.
Okay.
So this is something we can't hear anyway, right?
Yeah. Okay. So
No.
yeah.
I'm making sure I understand what's going on.
Keegan puts up like a symbol with his hand, real quick. He kind of flashes it over to Marcus, and Marcus kind of like looks at it. It takes him a while. He kind of thinking for a second, like trying to process, trying to remember. He's like, Okay, yeah, it's coming not back to me, but like I recognize that at least. And why does the gnome hat bigger? Discord. Sorry. Your hat bigger and bigger, Pop. Yeah, so he's like, okay, I believe you. I do believe you. I wish I could help you. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to go on some soul searching, I think, at some point here to like discover who I am, or maybe I don't want to know who I am if I know these things. And oh my gosh,
I'm sorry.
you're not helping. Okay. This story so hard for me.
Lord.
Are we hearing all this?
Yeah.
What Marcus is
Oh yeah,
saying?
nah, he's talking out loud.
He's
Uh-huh.
totally
Yeah.
dementia riddled.
Yeah.
And
You
and
see-
do,
yeah.
do the characters know about Keegan's talking through heads?
Yeah, that happened. Literally, the last thing that happened last session was you guys heard him speak into your minds, and
After I tried to speak.
yeah, then
after I
you
actually
motioned
tried to
right.
to his slit
Okay.
throat, basically.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
I know that
elephant
part.
in the room, he's speaking through our minds.
Yes.
And he does it broadcast or to everybody, or
He
just
can choose. We'll see him broadcast unless he specifies, and if he specifies, if it's just one-on-one, he'll probably just message you. Honestly, that'd be unless he doesn't want to bother.
Yeah, that's
So.
probably what I'll do if I want to do one-on-one. But yeah, just assume
Yeah.
I'm broadcasting.
Okay, so
just
we're
for the sake of
hearing.
ease.
So we're quote hearing what you're this whole conveation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
It's in common, and yeah, they're just.
So
yeah,
I'm just kind of curious. I'm deaf right now because I'm deaf and blind because I'm using the hawk. Do I actually hear what's going on?
no, because you're deaf and blind. I mean, you didn't
But
put
is
the-
it? But isn't he broadcasting through our brains?
Oh,
I'm actually pretty sure that he can
good
still
point.
hear me.
Yeah.
This is really
yeah, no.
bizarre.
Yeah. So yeah, you're hearing a one-sided conversation.
Right.
Yeah, you don't hear Marcus at all because Marcus isn't telepathic.
Oh, so it's only
Um,
it's only a transmit, not a receive ability.
No, it is. Hang on, I'm looking at my
Is it?
the thing for my race.
Okay. You tell me, but
It
Marcus
actually
would-
says-
Marcus would just talk though. He wouldn't transmit.
This is we're gonna have to announce which way we're talking then, if that's the case.
This sounds like a mess.
Well, I mean, only specify if you're doing psychic, basically. Right. I mean, if you're
But except for Keegan, we just assume he's always doing psychic.
because he can't speak. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
So yeah.
and
So
remember,
he'll,
you could only talk to him telepathically. You can't talk to each other telepathically. It doesn't work that way.
so
It's
we
not
should
a-
just assume when we talk, we're talking normal,
Yeah.
unless we actually specifically say we're psychicking.
Yeah, and it has to only be to Keegan because only he can
Oh,
receive it.
right.
So
Okay, so
yeah.
most of the time we're going to talk, unless
Yeah.
we're trying to do something secret. Okay.
Mhm.
Just want to get that clear. Okay,
yeah,
so
otherwise it'd be very confusing.
so Nomad is going to come out of his trance here and just let people know. So I just looked at what's going on down there. It does not look like it's anything dangerous. It's just like they're putting stuff together and they discovered something that is on the shore. I don't know if you guys want to see it or not, but we do have this dark crystal we need to get rid of before it does some damage to somebody.
Marcus is like, shh.
This
No.
DC.
Ixnay on the crystalline.
Okay. We do have this apple we need to get rid of.
All right, Tigray.
I'm sorry.
Stop. It's very distracting.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Tigray, this is getting a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, Lilith, you've returned at this point. So you missed the conversation though, between Keegan and Marcus, and
Oh, okay.
you just came back into the area right now. Sorry, you went off with Wander looking for starfish. So you're back now. Anyways, go ahead.
So we can look at it later, but the racial trait is called Mind Link, It allows me to speak telepathically to creatures and also allows them to speak telepathically back to me.
It's
So
only a
I'm
response, though. They can't just do it like unprompted by you, right?
No, yeah, it's a response. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like message where like they send you something and then you can reply to this message kind of thing. It's like
Yeah.
conversational. Okay.
So right. So if you're off doing something, you're gonna fall off a cliff. I can't just send you. I just
No.
can't say, "Look out."
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could
it's all-
shout it, but I can't. I
Right.
can't do it.
You
through
could
the-
Yeah, it's-
can't mentally do it.
You
no.
have to.
do it.
It's response only. Yeah.
Don't
Uh-huh.
make the dive, Lilith. Just don't make the dive.
Just Elizabeth's character just jumps off a cliff and dies the first episode.
Oh
Just-
dear.
Great.
So,
So on her way back, she had been contemplating the moon, and when she gets back, she tells everyone that she has solved the mystery of the dark side of the moon.
Oh.
Ooh,
She did that while she was walking back.
I didn't know the moon had a dark side.
Well, it does.
And what's
I
there?
didn't know we had a moon.
Did you do drugs?
She's not
Wow.
she's not gonna tell anybody.
Marcus, you're in hell a little too long.
She just wanted everyone to know that she had figured that out, but she's not planning to tell anyone.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
That's so rude.
Hmm.
So, I want to. Weaver, are you there?
Yes.
I want to walk over with Weaver into a corner and talk to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say publicly what. I mean, I'm gonna say it out loud so everybody
That's fine.
knows.
I mean,
but
I think
I'm
we also,
talking
like,
just to him.
Like discretion in terms of what you
Right.
know versus what your characters know.
Right.
Right. Like you have to have like that wall there in order to like have
Right.
any semblance of normal communication in D&D.
Right. So Weaver, what do you think about talking to these guys about the crystal and what's going on? Do we keep this a secret, or are we supposed? What would you suggest?
I mean, they just showed up. Maybe we should just, throw it in the lava, get it gone.
So maybe we should just get that done and over with. Do we tell them where we're going?
I feel like one of them might follow us anyway.
Okay. So what do we tell them?
So
What's
maybe
our
we should
excuse?
just let them know that we got some stuff going on.
Okay, but don't give them too many details.
We'll see if they're trustworthy first.
How are we gonna figure that out? I guess I'd leave that up to you,
I don't know.
because I tend to trust them.
I don't know how to judge if people are trustworthy.
Oh, great.
I kind
Alright,
of
so
trust
what was this I
everything.
heard? What was this I heard about someone mentioning about a crystal? I heard something about a crystal earlier, a few minutes ago.
Hi,
Somebody-
I'm back. The one on my forehead.
Okay, so
The forehead crystal? Are we gonna punch it?
Only
Half
I
the lake
can
of
punch.
fire.
okay, so
Good
who
idea.
buried the crystal?
You did.
Okay.
So when hiding the crystal, Nomad, you took the box with the rope,
Mhm.
right? So the crystal is encased by the two gloves clasped together,
Mhm,
and it's
mhm.
inside of a box, and the box is bound with rope, and it has a long rope attached to it. And you went over to the latrine, and you lowered the box down. And
Oh, I did, okay.
Into the latrine pit.
Okay.
So that's off to the side somewhere, which no one has currently visited. But
Okay, so
These
I'm going.
evil turds.
because nobody posts in D&D, because that's weird.
All right. So I'm going to go over and try to retrieve it.
Okay.
Going over to the latrine.
Yeah, so you go over to the latrine, which has it's a
Mhm.
little outhouse, there's a little like door and a little crescent moon on it. It's all cute
Mhm.
and nice. And you open the door, and there is a purple glow coming from the bottom of the latrine.
Okay, so
Quite
it's on a
the
rope,
dump.
right?
On a rope, yep.
Okay, so I pull it up.
Okay. As you begin to pull on it, you sense that there's some resistance to it.
Great.
It's got, I mean, it's like stuck on something.
Stuck in the shit.
Okay.
You gonna, what are you doing? It's not like, you gonna pull harder, or you gonna leave it, or what?
I'm gonna keep jiggling it around, trying to get it
Okay.
out.
Yeah, you jiggle around a little bit, and you hear like a couple like thumps, and then some.
Oh, great. Okay.
and then you keep pulling, and it comes back up.
Is there a literal snake in the toilet?
Okay.
Acid.
Give
I
me.
think we're gonna have some sand poos.
What happens with sand trees when they die? They turn into sand poos. No. Yeah. Are you looking into the pit or no?
Yeah, it's a funny
Well, I'm
line.
pulling it up. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Well, I'm looking down in the pit as I'm pulling it up.
Give me a perception check.
Oh snap!
It's dark in there.
Okay, fine. Not good.
No, it's terrible. So this is fine though, because it is glowing. Remember, like the box is currently glowing, and so when you gave it a tug, you saw that a fairly large snake was around the box, and it fell into a mass of something else that moved when it fell off. When you yanked, you kind of jiggled it around a bit. It's not on the box currently anymore, but it appeared to have fallen into another mass of something else that's moving.
Wait, what fell? The box?
The snake.
Oh, the snake fell. Okay.
Yeah.
What are
So,
we feeding
I'm s-
these dwarves?
Mushroom.
All right. We're not feeding them. They're
Some
feeding-
And-
That's the problem.
Okay, so I'm pulling. Can I pull it up?
You pull it up, and you can see that the box itself is blackened, and it's kind of bubbling
Uh-huh.
a little bit. The rope appears to still be mostly unscathed. Like the rope around the box is pretty nasty, and like maybe like the next 6 inches on the rope, but like the rest of the rope you're currently holding seems to be okay.
Okay. So, can I pull it all the way up? Is it up?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's up.
okay.
You're holding it out right now, basically. You're kind of like suspending it, kind of like, nah.
All right. Oh, I see. So I'm just gonna hold it by the rope
Mhm.
and start walking out.
Okay. Yeah, Nomad walks out of the toilet with his nasty box suspended by a rope that's glowing.
Okay. I'm gonna call Weaver and Finnegan over.
I think we need to get our gnome looked at.
Oh, and Marcus.
No,
Hey.
like that.
Yeah. What did you say?
We need to get our gnome looked at. Look at these deuces he's dropping.
Oh, I see. Right.
Also, I will also note that as you are kind of walking away from the latrine pit,
Mhm.
you're kind of like looking at the box as you walk, and it's kind of like you hear some like whispers coming from it. So just a heads up.
Okay. So calling Weaver and Finnegan.
Yes.
So I think we need to dispose of this very quickly. Truthfully, I think it'd be a good idea if you guys stayed far away and kept everybody far away.
Did you call
at
them
least-
close to tell them this, or are you telling this from
He's
afar?
just yelling at us.
Oh, actually, let's see here.
Did you walk over to them? You said. So how close do you get in? Before you talk to
Okay,
them?
so
Well, he did say call.
wait, what was the
yeah,
was the
you call
dis-
them over.
Yeah, okay. So how far away am I from them? Before I call over.
I mean, the latrine's a good way out. It's further away than most of the buildings, so it's kind of off by itself a bit. And they
Okay.
were in the main camp, so I mean, it's a good 100 feet, 150 feet away from the main campsite. So you're walking back. You can, however far away you want to shout, up to you.
Okay, so I'm going to send. I'm going to be 120 feet away,
Okay.
and I'm going to send my message saying, "I found it. It looks
who?
like it's." I'm sorry. I'm sending the message to Weaver,
Okay.
and I'm saying I found it, but it looks like it's starting to leak. So you may want to stay far away. And can you tell Finnegan and Marcus the same thing?
Okay, Weaver will inform them.
Okay.
All right. So I want to walk toward the fount.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far away it is or anything, so you have to tell me.
Yeah, the founts. I mean, it's a good distance. It's not immediately nearby. It's it's going to be a little bit of a hike. It's gonna take
Okay.
about,
So
15,
I'm
20
messaging
minutes.
them. I'm messaging them and saying, I'm messaging. I'll still use Weaver. Messaging Weaver and saying, can you follow me at a good distance?
Okay.
So I'm walking.
Yeah. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at my notes real quick. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I need to check something before I say something to make sure I don't mess something up. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you make your way up to the fount, which, if you'll notice, is the third picture on Roll20.
The third picture?
Yes, the one at the bottom. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I didn't realize there was multiple pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like this, you got like a pedestal going up to it and all that stuff, and or a staircase going up to the pedestal. I apologize. And there's like a little, like almost like a little small like pool of like water, that is kind of glowing, and yeah.
So
you have those pedestals around. It's interesting because like there's also the pedestals around that you got your satchels from, if you remember correctly. This is the same place you got the satchels from, and also the white crystals. There are more satchels on the pedestals.
Oh, good. Okay, so we'll use those in a minute. I just want to get rid of this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so the do I remember the instructions? Because there was instructions about what to do with the dark crystal. I go back and read them, or do I just remember them?
This is a sign. I mean, so
okay. So what's the sign say?
I mean, the sign, it's like one of those like safety signs that have like pictures, and it has like a couple like different languages you don't know how to read. But the pictures are pretty clear. It's basically just like put crystal in fountain.
Okay. Okay. Very
and
good.
It has like a symbol of like a dude like da 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 da, like the end of it.
Okay. So
also, it also does say like they're like it has like a middle step, it looks like, which seems to be like get other people around, which you think is kind of weird. It has like the symbol has like a group like surrounding the fount in like a circle.
Okay. All right. Okay. Am I? Yeah. Okay. What I'd like to do is use my mage hand to take the crystal out of the box.
Okay, it's still wrapped in the gloves.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And the gloves themselves are impenetrable, if you remember correctly. So you can use as long as you can get past the box, basically. So you can use the mage hand to open the box.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Very good.
That would be probably a good bet. And so you open the box, and inside are the gloves that are wrapped around the crystal.
Okay. And so are the gloves? I can put them on. I mean, are they? I can't. I don't know what I'm looking at. So is it okay to put the gloves on? And
they do not appear to have the same corrosion as the box did. They appear to be completely intact.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up and with the gloves and send message to Finnegan and say grab Weaver and Marcus. That's everybody, right? That needs to do this.
Yes.
Right.
That's the original pack. Yes.
Right, because they've already done their thing, I think, right?
Well,
Okay, so should DM, do you want to make things go? Do you want them here?
I don't like answering those kind of questions.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to leave anybody out of something that's
I
going to
know,
happen.
right? That's what I mean.
I mean, as a general rule, keep the party together. Right? That's a general rule of
fine.
D&D. Keep the party together.
Okay, so where are Lilith and Keegan following us? What are they doing?
Yeah, what are you guys doing? The gnome just went off in the woods with like a weird glowing box.
Well, I guess he said he was gonna have Marcus come over, right? Well,
Yeah, Marcus is following.
I'm assuming Keegan is still attempting to talk to Marcus or telepath with Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah, and Marcus is a chatty Cathy, and he does trust you because you did do like the thieves can't sign, and he does remember that, and he does something in his brain still like triggers and like connects and remembers you, like not really, but like, you know what I mean? It's like a
Marcus, you're
faint
fired.
connection. And he does kind of like say like, yeah, you could probably check it out. It seems kind of cool. We've been trying to do this for a long time.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm following him when he goes.
Okay, Lilith.
Did Lilith follow? Could she have followed the gnome, or is she following them now?
You want to retcon and try and follow the gnome? You can. You can roll a stealth check.
No, that's okay. Never mind. So she's been off catching fireflies, and good news, one landed on her head, which means good luck. So she's feeling pretty good.
Okay. All right.
And she's just coming along with everyone. Yeah.
All right. So she's gonna follow the group as they all head out.
Okay.
Okay. Is
With
anybody
a jar of
protesting
dragonflies.
that Lilith and Keegan are following?
I'm not, because I'm
No,
in
you're not
front of
there.
everybody.
You're not there.
Okay.
I'm talking to Finnegan and Weaver. Are either one of you doing anything to stop them from coming with the group?
Nope.
I'm not terribly
I think
disinclined
Weaver
to.
assumed they were following anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Yeah. So you all, the rest of you all arrive at this fount that has, as I mentioned before, has a raised platform in the center and a glowing little pool of light. And you also see that there are some satchels on some other pedestals near the front. And yeah, there's like some signs next to the main pedestal as well as the satchel pedestals. They're also something you guys didn't really notice before, but now things have been kind of cleaned up a little bit around the island. You notice there appears to be like a circle around the entire area that encompasses the fount. So like the fount is in the rec center basically, and there's like a red circle going all the way around at a specific point. It's even throughout the whole circle.
wait, so is the circle? How's the circle with respect to like the satchels and all this, or the bag? Yeah, satchels and all that. Is
The satchels are outside of the circle.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot circle. Okay, that's diameter. That's one direction, right? Not circum. Yeah, from the middle point to one side is 30 feet. Whatever you want to call that. That's diameter, right?
Okay.
No, that's radius. Diameter
Radius?
would mean if we both stood
Just the-
on the edges of the circle, we'd be 30 feet apart.
Radius. Okay.
Radius means it's actually a 60-foot circle.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to the far. Can I walk all the way around?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So I want to go over to the far end,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm calling. I guess everybody can hear me, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like close, but you can raise your voice. Yeah.
Okay.
fine.
So I'm just shouting. Okay, everybody, get within the circle, and I'm gonna throw this in to the fount. I know, and they're like, why, right? I'll let everybody else figure out what they want to ask or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay,
That's all
so
I'm saying.
You're telling them to get inside of the circle.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you all complying?
That sounds kind of iffy, but okay.
Oh, wait. Can I ask one more thing? The picture on the picture, did it show people standing around the circle or standing around? Were they really close or were they like far away?
Give me a I'll just tell you because like it's kind of like a rough like depiction. So it's hard to judge distances per se, but
Mhm.
it appears because they're standing in a circle, which appears to be, roughly the 30 feet away. It's not an exact science, right? But
Okay.
if you had to guess, it appeared to be standing on that kind of edge.
Okay, so we'll tell them stand on the circle then. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you all standing on the circle
Whether-
or in the circle? What are you doing?
Yep.
I'm doing
And
a
Nomad-
handstand, but I'm in the circle.
Are you
I'll
in the
also
circle
be-
or on the circle?
The circle with everybody, but she's doing a headstand or a
Okay.
handstand.
Okay.
Wow, cool.
Okay.
I will be in the circle.
You're going in the circle.
Wait,
He's so deadly.
Okay.
I'm where the gnome told me to be. For the life of me, I
On the
cannot
circle.
visualize
I said-
this.
I said on the circle.
Yes, because that made sense. Okay, I'll be on the circle.
Okay. Just making sure. Did anybody pass the circle?
I'm where the gnome told me to be.
I don't know. I'm just
This is actually extremely important. Is
Oh,
anybody
come on,
passing-
really?
Anybody
Do you-
passing the line of the circle?
What does the picture on the
No.
wall look like?
No, I don't. I did. She didn't. She's
No?
just no.
Okay. Keegan.
No.
Okay. Finnegan.
Can I go look at this picture on the wall for myself?
Yeah, the line is not depicted. They are roughly,
The problem
20
is,
feet away. You know.
okay, if you say one thing, you're gonna be dead. If you say the other thing, you're gonna be dead.
Excuse me,
It's
Pop,
like another
but has-
dive
has
off the
death-
cliff.
Has death stopped me
situation.
before? Excuse me?
I know.
Don't get that close, Diggory.
Just
it's
do-
just blown out.
Just don't do what Diggory does, or what Finnegan does. I mean.
I am Finnegan.
Finnegan, are you standing on the circle or going in the circle?
I will stand on the circle. I will do what the gnome told me, so it's his fault if I die.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing the gnome said, except I'm on my head doing it.
Yeah. Weaver.
Yep. On the on the circle.
Okay. Just making sure I know what's up. All right. So none of y'all needed to roll wisdom saves. That's good.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. All right. So, Nomad, go ahead and
Yep. Okay, so
do the honors.
so I have it in my hands, right?
Mhm.
So I throw this. What color is this thing? Black?
It's purple.
Purple, right? Oh, that's right. I throw this
It's like a
purple
dark,
thing
dark purple. But yeah.
into the middle of that fount,
Okay. Yeah. Just.
and just
Oh, sorry. That's not.
wally oop.
Hold on. How do that? I can't do it with my mouth. All right. Whatever. Yeah. It kind of splashes in, and it kind of like begins to like fizz a little bit, and then it's like, and then black and purple energy erupt outwards in a wave that cascades across everyone, and then a purple beam of light shoots into the sky, and it almost bends at like a almost 90-degree angle after it hits like a good like 50, 60 feet up in the air, and just bends perfectly to the east, and it just shoots that direction. And then the air around you, all around the island, begins to shimmer violently, and you feel like you're spinning rapidly, but also don't appear to be moving at all. And then there's a deafening roar, as loud as like a hurricane that surrounds you. It sounds kind of like a machine starting, like being turned over. And then all of a sudden it stops, and you see the sky is thick with a strange orange smog. And those of you who are organics and need to breathe have a difficult time breathing. Your skin itches very uncomfortably, like the air is a little bit like corrosive. And then at the center of the fountain, a large spherical projection appears and begins to animate, words are hard, and sound emits from it. And here you go.
Following the one harmony, taking back the world has fallen on the shoulders of heroes like you. That's why we at Echo Industries have prepared these educational and instructional materials to help you do great things. Key resources may now be scarce, and those with vital skill sets may be lacking, so each of these educational experiences come packaged with a subconscious learning initiative to help you fill the gaps in your community with much needed skills. Survival of the One People is going to be up to you now, citizen. The world of tomorrow is here, today. The bounty hunter is a master of the hunt. They study and track their quarry from the sandy dunes to the snowy mountains. No prey, whether valuable object or living thing, can escape them for long. The art of the hunt is what they live for, but make sure to pay them well. They will be essential in locating precious materials and locating any remaining foes. Watch out for their whip, though. It bites! The Diviner is going to make a great companion to the Bounty Hunter, and also a great addition to the One community. Whereas the Bounty Hunter relies on his wits and contacts, the Diviner goes a far more direct route and tracks things with the Great Life Spark. This helpful friend will help you see into the future and keep you safe from danger. Good on you for watching out for the One people, big guy. The Cleric of the Grave is your one-stop shop to staying alive. Have you been irradiated by toxic winds? Or been chewed up by the local wildlife? Well, no need to fear. The Cleric's got your back. This hero pulled up a chair with Death himself and had a little chat, and now they have the power of life and death. Don't be jealous and think this one is better than you, even if it is just true, and they know it. Keep your soul intact and tell death and disease to take a hike, bucko. In the same vein, the Necromancer Druid is going to fill a key role in the early years of the One Harmony. Do you need to ask a recently departed individual directions to the nearest community gathering? Do you have a problem with undead creatures in your neighborhood? Make them part of your community. Just say nay to those nasty decomposing corpses filling the world, and hello to your new shambling friends. This one can even change into an undead creature to get on their level and speak zombie. I'm sorry, I mean twice alive friend. No weapon, no problem. The Boxer Monk is king of the punch. They float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. If you need to send someone out to fight in a trial of combat to defend someone's honor, the Boxer is your man. Willing to take a beating and get knocked down, but get up again, you are never gonna keep them down. Oh, jeez. This community member will teach the rest of you how to survive in a harsh world until the One community has been fully established after the One Harmony. The Escapist is always on the move because their body is a temple. Rust halts the machine and stiffness slows the body. The Escapist has to keep one jump ahead of the breadline, one swing ahead of the sword. This fantastic addition to your community is a master of thieving and running away from the law. Okay, this can't be right. Chuck, someone over at corporate messed up. There is no useful function for this riffraff street rat. They can use their abilities to entertain the masses with their feats of agility. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And also to stay ahead of those seeking to get vengeance on them for robbing them blind. Okay, you know what, Chuck? I'm done. I can't work under these conditions. No, Chuck, I'm out of here.
All right, and with that, the projection finishes and powers down, and then a sudden spike of energy emits outward and directly impacts everybody and kind of knocks you a little bit over. And with it, you feel sheer power and knowledge being infused directly into your brains and the core of your beings. And with that, the fount powers down with a bit of a noise, and the island begins to shimmer again, and you hear a loud snapping sound, like something's becoming almost like untethered. And everything that previously happened now happens in reverse, with all the noises and the wind sound, and then everything back to normal again, and the sky appears to be normal, and you can breathe normally again. And yeah, welcome to level 3, everyone who wasn't already there.
Level 3.
Everybody level up.
right.
Yeehaw.
All right. And thanks to our wonderful guest star, Logan.
Oh, is that
I was
right?
about to say. I was about to say that sounded like Logan.
That was Logan, yeah. But
You recognized his voice?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
coworker.
cool. That was great. Man,
That was awesome.
how long
So I
did
was like,
it
guys,
take?
I need your subclass. I need subclass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. We recorded that in my car.
In the car?
Oh my god, that's what you guys recorded in the car?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
We're doing.
God.
Just so
That's
YouTube can
hilarious.
hear it.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Dude, you're
Because
awesome.
we have 2 of these people that work with us in a very small environment, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just
Yeah.
send that SoundCloud link to myself, just so I can put that in later,
Yep,
just
you
in
can
case.
drop it in. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to listen to that again.
Feel free. Feel free. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that one. Yeah.
Wow.
And so you guys are back in. Oh, I need to level up Marcus. Marcus. I already did. Cool. Edit. Sorry, let me just double check he's set. And also, just to clarify, Marcus was the bounty hunter. Okay.
Ah,
So
okay.
y'all are
Yeah.
aware. Actually, I haven't done his thing yet. I need to check on his.
Yeah, I was trying to figure. Wait, who's that?
Yep.
Oh, right, because he gives you hints.
I'll be real.
Uh,
It didn't occur to me until you mentioned the boxer.
Oh, that these are subclasses.
I was just kind of getting lost into it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I figured out pretty quick because I was early on.
Yeah, you were number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she speaks zombie. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
It is
only if
pretty
you're-
cool.
You gotta turn into an undead creature first, but then yeah.
So we're
Excuse
supposed
me,
to do
twice
the-
living.
The D&D Beyond stuff right now, or
Is the
should we
right-
Yeah,
wait?
do it now. Do it now.
How do I
I think it
Really?
asks questions and stuff, though, doesn't it?
manage
Yeah, I mean
levels?
you can. Yeah, go to
Oh,
your
it's-
builder
it's
tool.
been
and
so
go to your
long.
level. I know.
Yeah, I know, I haven't
Uh,
been in it in a while.
One person who should have actual problems with this might be Pop, since you have like spells and stuff to manage. But you can do
Right,
that in the
right.
background as we continue to do stuff.
Right, or it can always wait, right?
Nope.
Oh, it can't. Really?
Not.
Okay.
Oh, mine was surprisingly
It
easy.
doesn't need to be permanent, but
Yeah, I
you need to
understand.
have something selected for the day. Also, you're a wizard, so that's not a huge problem anyway, since you can just change it out every long rest anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I'm forgetting where I actually assign these spells.
If you go to your builder tool and you go to well, Marcus is a bad thing. Class, there should be a spells drop down, and then you can do like known spells and all that stuff, and then there should be like cantrips and number of cantrips you
Oh,
have
it's
left.
in
And,
known spells, that's why.
yeah.
Do I need to create a spell? Is that what you're saying?
No, you're good. You and Keegan are both good. You're already level 3, so don't level up.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you guys are both good. I thought I brought you in at level 3, so you didn't have to like also do this too.
Oh, right
But yeah,
on.
as a new player.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, and so you guys feel a little nauseous. Especially the organics among you. You kind of had some trouble breathing. That was not super fun.
Yeah.
And
And she went through all that on her head, so it's even worse for Lilith.
Yeah, you're right. She did.
I imagine she fell over.
That was a mistake.
actually, here, give me a dexterity check real quick, Lilith.
Oh,
How much do you need
no,
to roll?
no,
God.
no.
Because you got hit with a blast of energy. Like, I want to know if you fell off your head or not. There it is.
Poor baby.
Dude,
I wasn't gonna
Oh
be mean
my
to you, but you rolled a critical
God.
fail. Fell directly on your face.
as bad as it gets.
Did you break your nose?
Yeah.
Great.
You got like a stick like jammed up your nose a little bit too after you fell.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah.
I'm gonna notice.
There's like
this, but I
leaves in
choose
your
not to
hair.
say anything.
Yeah. Like you were like real proud of yourself and you like you know like just like show it off and it's just like laid out.
Like I just went looking for starfish, that didn't work. Caught some fireflies, that worked, and then this just bombs out. Great. Okay.
Yeah. It's that's what
You need to
D&D.
take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, Marcus is like looking a little like whoa. It's a little like he's extra stunned out of all of you guys. He's like having trouble like walking straight. He's like, oh my gosh, what was that? Do you guys feel like more powerful? I feel pretty powerful.
Hey, Trev,
Hmm?
Why do I have a brew coffee cantrip?
What?
Wait, isn't that in your arm? Isn't that a thing?
Did you put a coffee maker in my arm?
that?
I didn't do anything. I don't know why you're doing.
What?
How is
That is mine, but
That is yours.
from another character.
His other Warforged.
Oh, how weird.
Matt plays a Warforged.
It says
cleric
always
and, like,
prepared. Apparently, I could just make 12 cups of coffee whenever I feel like it.
Well,
That's from my other character. I play a Warforged that can make coffee.
I guess I'll allow it as one of your wonderful features you got for leveling up. You got coffee. You're Mr. Coffee now.
Wow.
Okay.
Weaves
Yeah.
baskets and brews coffee.
Sure.
A true Renaissance man.
Yeah. Yep. That's for sure. All right. So, yeah, the crystal is gone. By the way,
Okay.
just so you're aware of that. Yeah. What are y'all doing now?
I'm still.
Well, I'm nursing my bloody nose, so
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm assigning.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you're still.
Because I'm
Yeah,
reading
I am
Yeah.
too.
All right, it's fine.
Sorry, guys. You guys can talk.
My character doesn't do that much.
You know what? Here, I'll say that in the meantime, Weaver helps with the broken nose.
It's not broken, but it is. Yeah, it's a little.
With the mildly upset nose.
Okay. Cool.
So what are the satchels?
Oh yeah, why don't you
Russian
talk about
something?
that?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want Marcus to talk about that, or
Sure.
then again, are you done?
Yeah, my level up was super easy. In fact,
Yeah.
I spent the time while somebody was hurting their face pasting the descriptions for my skills in my own notes section.
Nice. You shouldn't have to do that, by the way.
Well, it didn't. I checked. I didn't see it anywhere obvious, so I just put it there to be sure.
Okay. All right.
Because it just says jab. It doesn't say the follow-up effect of jab.
Okay. Do you want to explain to Keegan what the satchels are?
I'm gonna be real. Yes. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. I'm gonna get some water real quick.
I mean, he said satchels, and I totally drew a blank. We haven't used them that much. What's the what are you? You look like a pirate, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you one eye? Do you have an eye
Yeah.
patch? Can I call you one eye?
I do.
Okay.
I do have an eye patch. However, I am not missing an eye.
Well, I don't know that.
Okay.
Hey, one eye, come here.
one eye.
Get this bag.
And as you hear in your brain, okay. Okay. All right.
I like to imagine that
Okay.
only to me you're gonna telepathize yourself as just being kind of borderline retarded. Just, hey pirate, what's going on? Not much. How about you?
What?
I got this. Okay, we these bags.
Okay.
Anything you put into the bag will appear on the island. Is Marcus nearby? Can I grab him and
Yeah,
stuff him
what?
in the bag? I'm gonna stuff
Ah.
Marcus. Here's an example. I'm just gonna start stuff Marcus in the bag.
Yeah,
And then,
okay.
and then I'm gonna hold the open bag up for Pirate Man to see, and he's gonna notice how there's no Marcus in there, but that there's some
Yeah, you just
yelling
put it
off,
on his head, and he just gets.
but that there's
just
some
stuff
yelling
the bag.
off in the distance because there's a Marcus. There's just a Marcus in the woods now.
Okay, got
You-
it. Got
you
the
can-
concept.
somehow we can sort the island, like with notes, so that it knows where to put stuff. But if we don't, it'll kind of just put it where it wants.
Okay.
That's important. While we're on the island, we probably should put some notes out so that it goes someplace we want it to go. That's something we need to work on before
Also, I
we
need to-
leave. Before we
Oh,
leave.
thank God.
What?
To see if, well, okay. You shouldn't say anything. To see how good Marcus is.
What's this?
Did
See
I
how
cause
okay
him?
Marcus is.
Did I cause him real world harm?
No, bringing
is
him
great.
back. Bringing him back is a risk, right? Not putting him in.
Is it?
Yeah.
just-
I didn't
just-
bring
Yeah,
him
you
back.
would
I just
say it
stuffed
was
him
only
in.
if you pull back.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have when pulling out. I wasn't sure if it was also putting in. I don't have. Okay, yeah, it's just pulling out. You're right. My mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Otherwise, you could have just died.
You
Also,
died to show an example.
these rules
No, he
are
died or what
in-
happened.
He died to show
somewhere.
an example.
Totally worth it.
Where are the pins? Yeah, there. It is pinned somewhere. The satchel holding rules. Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
go-
on.
Yeah, go pin messages. Go down like a little bit. It's around session 15. Those are the actual official rules. So I'll just read it though too. So the Satchel of Holding has a very unique spell on it that will teleport items to their designated location on the Resonator's Respite. This will be done according to the determination of the magical algorithm unless the user first attunes an item to a location. This is done by simply writing something on a piece of paper and attaching it to the item, and then writing the same thing on a corresponding location, such as inscribing it on a box or posting up in a sign in a field. And then the item, when the item is first placed into the satchel, it will be locked to that position, even if the rating or tags are removed at a later date. And also, when you pull out a live creature, they might die. So it's a heads up.
Die in like
Well,
it's just like normal dead, or die in like a Galaxy Quest got turned inside out sort of way.
They'll be ripped apart by the Bayheim Continuum and disintegrate into nothingness.
So
in their own
not funny
universe.
at all. All right.
No, not funny at all. They will be in horrifying pain for 3 seconds and then it not exist in the universe anymore. So
Alrighty then.
So the
Oddly
idea
specific thing.
is to make it so we don't have to worry about how much we're carrying.
right.
Right.
It's a bag of holding, but it goes to a specific location. That's basically the only caveat, right?
Right.
I just imagine after we kill some more wild animals, there's just gonna be a sign that says meat on it, and just a pile of rotting meat behind it. Somewhere
Oh,
there's
actually,
a,
that reminds
there's
me,
a
there
dinosaur
are-
skull I forgot about already.
Yeah.
probably
Also,
got a
there's
few cracks in it,
several
missing teeth.
large. Actually, Lilith, you're hunting fireflies. They were giant fireflies.
If it landed on your head, you might have
Nomad,
sustained neck damage.
because Nomad brought some giant fireflies back with
That's
him.
right. Yeah.
The
Giant fireflies.
Yes,
Yeah,
they were.
they're pretty big.
Yeah, I got the size written down somewhere. I can't remember
I
right
think
now.
they're like a foot or two wide or something. Like
Getting worse and worse for her. Dang.
No wonder you
I mean,
went to
they're-
They're
necromancy.
harmless. They're harmless.
they're
Well, at least-
they're totally mellow and they're also pretty light. Like they're
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
Never
they're
mind.
they're still like bug things. So like they're not like, oh, it's made out of metal. Like no.
I'll tell you, I've got info on them in a minute. Here
They
too.
weigh like the amount of like a basketball, basically.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So it could land on your head and it wouldn't
She
just
can
like
do it.
smother you.
It's good.
They are
I-
1.5 feet. And
Okay.
we put 5 of them in there.
There's
just-
5. Okay.
I just realized I'm level 3 and can roll the dice to catch bullets already.
Really?
Nice.
If they count as missiles, yeah.
already Neo. All right. Well,
Actually, it just
you know.
says ranged attacks. Oh no, as
All
long
right.
as the bullet counts as a missile.
Well,
yeah.
I can point my crossbow at you and we can give it a shot.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I still have to make rolls for it.
Yes, Trev. I was waiting for an opening where people weren't talking about catching bolts to say
I'm
that.
just checking.
Yep. So, Weaver wants to go throw the white crystals into the font.
Okay. For sure.
Right. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Is there any arrangement that people need to be in? Is it the same thing, or is it just?
Is there another circle for us to stand on?
It's the same instructions basically. The
Okay.
signs are pretty similar. You're suspecting they just like copied the sign and just put it over there because they're kind of being kind of cheap.
Who's they?
Don't worry about it.
Whoever made the sign for,
I know.
for the island, I guess, right? You don't know.
Well, hey, everybody! I'm going to go throw this
We'll call them the
fancy white
Loganites.
crystal in there, and we'll
Okay,
see what
let's
happens.
Let's get close. Let's get on the circle again then, right?
That for
That's
sure.
probably a good idea.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lilith
do
is
it.
standing on her feet at this point, just so we're clear.
Just very clear. Okay, that's good. It's probably for the best. Just
Yeah.
nursing your bloody nose a little bit, just like, well, I guess it's fine now. It's a little
Yeah.
bit dry blood, yeah, because Weaver hooked you up. All right. Yeah, so you deposit the the white crystal, and it kind of makes a little splashing sound, and then it kind of fizzles a little bit, and then kind of just a little like just a small poof of light and smoke, and then nothing really happens for a minute, and then
Oh, that was
then-
anticlimactic.
I thought we had to put a whole 100 in, and I don't think we have a whole 100.
And then all of a sudden,
The dark one was better.
that one was better.
No, we filled this
A-
one up.
A gnome on a unicycle
Oh boy!
carrying a colorful umbrella shoots out of a door that materializes on a nearby tree, and he begins to sing. And he says, "Oh, I'm a lucky fellow. Oh, I'm a lucky boy. Oh, I've got a new umbrella. Is me pride and joy. And the rain may come and the sun may go, but I'll be dry from my head to toe. Oh, I'm a lucky fellow, and I'm a lucky boy. Boy, I remember you three. You two, not so much. Not so much.
We have
What?
2 more friends.
Hell is
Here you
this?
go. Here's a little something to help you on your way."
You don't
And
talk
he-
smack on him. He saved my life.
And he takes his
Okay.
motorcycle and he goes around the circle and he throws little gifts at you guys, little gift boxes. It's just like, here you go, here you go, here
Oh,
you go.
thank you. Thank you.
Toodaloo. And then he disappears into his little door, and the door vanishes.
Oh, and I wanted to so much talk to him.
I mean,
I haven't seen a gnome in so long.
Yeah, last time you saw a gnome, it actually killed one of us. Yeah.
It did?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that
you
gnome,
each-
yes.
you each have
I meant a real gnome.
a box with it's a lovely wrapped, almost like
Wait,
Christmas present.
So what was that? That was a leprechaun? What was that?
It was
That
a gnome.
It was a gnome on a unicycle with an umbrella.
Okay.
It may as well have been a
Sorry.
leprechaun.
All right.
So Lilith, this is the gnome that has helped us in the past. He's given us wonderful
Oh.
things. So
Well,
the
you just gave us something else.
I'm gonna
Keegan
open my
opens it.
box.
Keegan opens it. All right, Keegan, you have. Hold on, I need to pull up an item table real quick. I have reference numbers, and I don't have the associated link because it was too long to put all the stuff here. Where's my? There it is. You have item number 40. That doesn't mean anything to you. Let's see. You have and also each of these items has a little tag attached to it that has your name on it individually, and it also has the name and description of the item enclosed inside, which you feel like is kind of defeats the point of a present, but you know, whatever, right? It's kind of like it's like someone just took like the receipt and just put it on the front of your present.
does it have the
like,
price
oh,
tag on it?
yeah. This costs 3 souls. No.
Oh.
Yeah. And Keegan, you have the Rock of the Tupperware Islands, which is described as a stone which, on a successful persuasion check, can be traded to anyone for the most valuable thing they have in their possession.
Okay.
Whoa.
I will give you this
I
rock
like
for your
this
greatest
rock.
possession. I have a pitchfork to trade. I
Fortunately,
caught
Keegan's not
these
very
fish
good.
earlier.
All right. So Marcus also opens up his present. He's like, "Oh, that looks cool. It's a rock, but it still looks cool." And he opened up his, and he gets
A gun.
just a Tommy gun. He,
Oh my god.
he opens up his gift, and it appears to be a rustic style lamp, and
You mean like an oil lamp
He-
from Cracker Barrel?
I don't know what I don't know.
You're the one who knows what it is.
I don't know what a Cracker Barrel has for their apparel.
Oh, I guess that's not a West Coast thing.
I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in years, so I don't.
An oil lamp is what I'm thinking of.
It's an Arabian style lamp.
Oh, a genie lamp. That's not rustic.
Yes. And he reads the note out loud, and it's Bakcha. That's the name of this is a bakcha. Okay. Says genie that will grant infinite wishes. Oh my god! What?
Is this? Are we sure this
I feel
isn't
like
a
he,
monkey
like-
paw?
Like, bends over. Oh my god! Oh, this is great. This is the best thing ever. I'm so lucky. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Somehow
this
that's
away
on
and
par
think
with a
about-
rock. Okay.
He's like, I have to think about what I want now. Yeah. Who else is opening your box?
I already said I opened it. I was the first one who
Did you?
said it.
I think Keegan was, but okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Finnegan.
Whatever. Who's recording me?
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. You open up your box, and they contain a. Not they. It contains. There we go.
If
Singular
it's
and
what I
plurals here.
imagine it's going to be.
Well, what do you think it is?
No, don't worry about that. I just want to know I'm right.
Okay. It is a pair of bracers.
I was not right.
And you read the tag, and it says these are the tavern bracers. And it says, while wearing these ale-soaked leather bracers, you have proficiency with both darts and playing cards. You also gain a +2 modifier to all unarmed strikes.
Ooh.
Damage or DC?
Damage.
Ooh. I'm putting these bad boys on right now.
Ooh,
All right.
cool.
I also have not created these. I apologize, I did not have time. I don't create them in D&D Beyond yet. So just make note of them for now, and we will create actual items for these later in the week. Who else? We have Nomad, Lilith, and Weaver left. Let's go next.
I want to go next. What did I
All
get?
right.
What's
Lilith.
in my good bag?
Lilith, what did you get? What did you get, Lilith? What did you get?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I hope it's something
Open
good.
it, open
considering...
it, open it, Lilith.
I don't know.
it's a
I've
new
been
nose.
unable to open this box for some reason. I don't know why. Letting me point. Lilith, you open your box, and it contains a. Hold on a second. Oh. My color's right.
Mhm.
Okay. A sphere that is red and white.
Oh my!
And
oh no! I know what this is already.
it's fast. And you read the tag, and it is called the Monster Ball.
I wonder what it is.
Wow.
And what it says, this is a pretty long description.
Would
so
you say it's
I'll-
pocket sized?
Well, it
Isn't that a
expands.
movie?
There's a little button on the front when you press
Oh
it,
my
it gets
God.
larger. Yeah.
Jesus.
What?
And
Like, does it play the Monster Mash?
no, I'm gonna put up.
You're the
a
only one who
picture real
doesn't
quick
get
of
this pop.
into
No.
Discord. Picture real quick in the Discord. What this is.
Oh, look at that! It's exactly.
Oh my
Do
god.
Do it.
So,
Oh.
and
Put the Pokeball in your pocket.
oh, hold on a second.
Catch
second.
Marcus
I need
with it.
To... Oh man, I was gonna do a thing and I forgot. I'm so sorry. Hold
Do
on.
it anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah. Hang on.
Also,
And
It's good to know that the corporation does not know us.
yeah, when you
for real.
opened the box,
Oh my god! No. Why is it playing battle music? She's not battling anything. She battled the floor with her face. What are you on about?
that emanates from the box itself. Like it's like one of those like that has like the music that when you open it, it plays it. And the description is when thrown at any creature using your action, you have the chance to capture it. Roll a d20 and succeed on a 20 if the monster at full health, 15 if they're at half health, 10 if they're at quarter health, and if they're at 1 health, it is an instant success. I'll give you all this description in Discord. At a later date, you may throw the monster ball to unleash the creature. It will fight on your side of battle, but only regains health if you heal it directly. The monster ball may be thrown at another creature if you're successful, it will replace the existing creature with that new creature. I will put that in a direct link to you because that's a lot. There you go.
that's awesome.
So you are now the very best, the best there ever was.
I'm officially the
Um,
best that there ever was.
She says with blood
Bloody nose
still
and
coming out
all.
of her face.
It's just like, I feel so great, guys. All right. That leaves Nomad and Weaver.
Go ahead, Verd.
So I feel like Weaver's never received a gift before.
No, he has not.
So
like
I
Dobby.
think he's just happy to have the box.
He's like the kid.
He
he's
never
playing with
opens
the box. He doesn't. Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, unless somebody explains to him that he needs to open it, he's just gonna be happy with a box.
Okay.
Weaver, what did you get? What did you get?
A box.
Oh, well, you're supposed to open it. And
Why?
look inside. Because it has something cool inside for you from the gnome.
You can have the box and the contents.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
keep the box too. Yes.
Okay, he opens it.
He opens it. Okay. He puts the box on his head. Yeah. Okay.
He sits
also,
on the box.
Also, yours is much larger than everybody else's box. By the way, yours is a pretty hefty box.
An entire
Natalie bought a
1950s
fridge.
chemistry set. How did you know?
This is a 1965 Camaro. No.
Boy, I wish this island had any roads on it.
Yeah. We don't need roads. Come on.
That's a DeLorean, not a Camaro.
Yeah. Okay, but come on. It's jokes. These are the jokes. Okay. These are the jokes. That's all I got. All right. You open up the box, and it is a beautiful, ornate shield that is extremely light for its size. This is not just like a small little buckler shield either. This is a big ass shield, like a full shield that you'd use to like hide behind or hide multiple ranks behind. This is like one of those big full like square shields. And I mean, to you, it's not as big because you're fairly large considering compared to most humans, but still, it's a pretty good sized shield. And the tag says this is the Shield of Displacement. This massive shield has been enchanted to be lighter than normal, and it has 2 modes. The first mode is you slam the shield into the ground as a bonus action and create cover for yourself. And you gain 2 AC but cannot move the shield because picking up requires a full action. Mode 2 is, as a bonus action, you slam into an enemy with the true weight of the shield, shoving them backwards. So you can use it to push people backwards or create cover for yourself or anybody else who wants to hide behind the shield. This has to be fleshed out a little more for the specifics, but here's the thing, Bird, for you. Yeah, Bird, I agree. That's kind of what it is, basically.
Except the man pictured there is like 8 feet tall instead of like 5'7" or whatever.
Yeah. So that just leaves Nomad.
Oh boy, I'm gonna open up my present.
Okay. You open your present, which is it's a fairly small present.
It's a snow globe with you inside of it.
You're feeling a little bit
screaming
like,
for
oh,
help.
you got the big one. Oh, okay. And it's just a tiny little potion. It's like the size. Well, I mean, you're a tiny gnome, so I guess to you it's normal size. But you know how sizes work for things because you've been living in the real world. It's gnome size, right? It's a tiny thing. It's probably only like a couple inches tall. And it is this little pink bubbly liquid. And it is labeled as the Apprentice Potion.
A love
Drink
potion.
me.
And the description says, after drinking this potion, you'll gain proficiency in any tool of your...
You cut out.
What?
You
I
cut
did?
out.
Yeah, you
Any
got
tool
it.
of your...
Any tool of your choice.
Okay.
So,
Pretty good.
which is very specific to you.
Yeah, sure.
It's only helpful to you, basically, and nobody else.
Is
Uh-huh.
it bubbly?
It's bubbly, yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
burn on the
lovely.
way down.
It's fizzing, yeah. Like looks a little bit like alive. Yeah. So Marcus,
Gnome a buzz?
feel the burn, yeah. Marcus excitedly like, oh, I know what I want to wish for. I know what I wish for. And he rubs the lamp, and a genie streams out of the lamp. A purple genie. And
Does he look like Will Smith?
no.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
He looks a little worse for wear. You don't have experience with genies, but like he looks
Crackhead
a little
genie.
bit. He's got like some scruff going on, and
has
like
weird
he's got
shit.
like a lazy eye, and he's got a big belly.
Robin,
And
are you
It's
okay?
his pain.
he's drinking out of a flask. And he looks like startled, and he's like, "Oh, I am Bakcha. I am the genie of the lamp. I'll grant you wishes. Any wish for." And
let me tell you a thing or two.
and Mark is like, oh, I know. I wish for a lot of money.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, boy.
Here, $20 do it.
and the genie Baksha goes, as you wish, and he twirls his hand, and hold on, I gotta roll for something real quick.
I already imagine that he has a honk nose and an afro wig.
I'm gonna stand back from Marcus.
And
I'm gonna do what the gnome just did. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna back away.
Is
Yeah.
there a
The
tree
lazy
nearby
eye's
I can
freaking me
punch?
out.
The lazy eyes will got you.
And he reaches down, he makes something in his hands, and then he clasps between both his hands, and then he leans down close to Marcus, is like, hey, here, I have your wish. And Marcus comes in real close, and he just slaps him right in the face, just and then he goes back in the lamp.
Oh, jeez. Poor Marcus.
He's like, my wish. And out of the lamp, one little coin just hits him right in the face.
Ah, there you go.
Ow! And then another one. Ow! 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 And you hear.
Marcus, maybe it was a bad genie. Go ahead and wish again, but just wish for a fishing pole.
Fuck that genie.
I think I'm gonna wait. Well, I don't know. He rubs it again,
Again.
and then you just hear, "Go away." I'm busy. I have things to attend to.
You hear him pop open a bottle of tequila.
Tequila. Not Saki. He's not a Saki.
Yeah. All right. What else are you guys doing?
So I didn't catch
Wow.
what Keegan got.
He
I
got a
didn't write
rock
down.
that you could trade for the most valuable possession. If you
I
got a
got
high
like a
enough
really
check.
cool rock.
Yeah.
I was gonna trade that for Marcus's lamp, but then I was like, let me see what happens first.
Maybe not.
I want to wait. I want to see what happens first. I'm really glad that I didn't do
I
that.
didn't even think about you using on players. Oh snap!
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was also waiting to hear what everyone else got too.
Yeah.
And
Can I
it's
go
is it a
punch a tree real quick just to see if I can knock it down in one hit?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ooh,
Give me
You go
a attack roll.
Minecraft.
Here's my attack roll. Oh lord, it is a tree.
So, yeah, but funnily enough, you punched a rubber tree, and it just boinks back at you, and you like almost punch yourself in the face by accident. You're like, boing.
If this is a rubber tree, then what was that plank made out of?
I mean, oh, whoa! Go jump on it and find out.
choose
I
another
have a
tree.
100-foot
You-
trampoline.
Yes, thank you, Verd. Can you send me? Shoot, do you have that still? Do you have the letter? Like the Did I pin it?
It was real simple.
Oh, it's just your name?
This
Just all
island
one?
is super suspect, but I feel like if I don't go along with it, I'll get in more trouble than if I do.
Okay. So, sure, right now, I guess, because why not? Nomad. A little. Hold on, Sorry, I had to shift gears now. The bird. I had my notes on
welcome.
this. I wasn't planning on doing a delivery today. Let's see. Okay, so a puff of smoke happens a little bit to your side, and a little demon in a bellboy outfit appears, and he bows to you, and he holds out his hand and gives you a letter.
Oh, you must be
And-
the male demon.
It's a real thing, don't laugh.
It's a shot right
It's
now.
a real thing, yeah.
that's what I think.
It's a real thing, yeah. And he gives a little giggle, and he salutes, and says, "Glory to Lyle," and then disappears.
He said, what?
Glory to Lyle!
Go to Lyle?
Glory to Lyle.
Oh, to Lyle. Oh, that's right, Lyle. I forgot about Lyle.
Hell, okay.
Oh my god, dude, where's that Google Doc you have all this stuff written down?
I thought he just pinned that. Didn't he just
Well,
pin it?
yeah,
think I
but
pinned
he
it.
also pinned every single recap. That's like,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
know.
that's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words.
Important people's reference guide.
It's
Maybe-
Yeah.
right below section 13, by the way, in the pin section. The ARC's mail system, the automatical responsive communication system.
Where is it?
It's in pins. It's below session 13 recap, so you can go by the numbers.
I see it, yeah. There you go.
For everybody who wants to read that, there is a big old write-up about how the mail system.
That's pretty wrong.
Yep. If you want to read about how to send letters. Also, Pop, yes, I will establish a chronological system eventually for what day of the week it is. I have to do that. I have not bothered yet. I need to.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't deliver mail on Leaf Day. So,
Oh, on Leaf Day?
But that's
On Leaf
Lilith's
Day.
favorite day.
That's all right. She won't be interrupted by junk mail.
yeah, you don't get all that spam.
Leaf Day, that's a big deal for Lilith, yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds
but, I mean,
like it.
Also, Lilith, you're familiar with this because you recently used this system and received mail as well.
All the
Right.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a
Yeah.
big leafer. Leafer.
What did you get, Lilith?
she
Not recently.
Monster Ball.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
She's
I
gonna
meant-
start catching Pokemon pretty soon here.
And also, Nomad, if you open a letter, which I'm assuming you would want to read the letter.
Sure.
Okay. It just says the word Weaver.
Oh, okay.
Weaver.
Weaver.
It just says the word Weaver on it.
Okay. Hey, Weaver,
Eh?
do you know what this note means? It says your name on it. I
That's
just
my name.
received it through the mail.
Yeah.
Any idea what it means?
Well, if I'm lost, you can pull me out of the bag.
What?
Hmm.
If you're lost?
I think he's trying to keep a secret, Nomad.
Oh. Okay.
Or wait, no, was it he needed to put it somewhere so I could go through?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Put it somewhere, and then I can go through the bag and arrive there.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a landing pad.
Yeah, it's a landing pad.
oh it's a landing
The way
pad
that-
for Weaver.
Right, because the way that the satchel works, if you don't have a corresponding tag, a matching tag on the item or person
Mhm.
or whatever, and a tag on the location you want them to land on, the island will just sort them wherever they want, and that could be lethal. So,
Okay, so is this to put Weaver in the bag and then he'll end up there, or is it
Yeah.
to put things that Weaver wants?
No, it's for Weaver himself. It's an escape route. He was going to bail on us
Weaver was going to bail on us?
a while ago. Luckily,
Like
I
2
saved the
months ago.
day. Yeah, 2 months ago in real life, yes.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
if you put this on something like a post or in a box, oh gosh,
Yep, do it.
If you put it on something, it'll be the designated spot that Weaver will appear when he goes to the bag. He ever does.
Oh, okay, very good. So I guess we'll put that on. Where would you like to end up, Weaver?
I mean, I guess you could put it in my box.
Your box?
Yeah, the one that my shield came in.
That's true. You have a big old present box.
But then if you go through the bag, you'll bust the shield box open.
What? Wouldn't you just want me to
That would
put
be
it?
the greatest surprise ever.
Surprise!
Just put it like in the courtyard where the
Yeah,
The campsite is
where we ate the
where
camp.
the dwarves are walking around all the
straight in
time.
the middle of the fire pit where you roast things.
No, not in the fire pit. Just somewhere where the dwarves could be surprised when Weaver just explodes out of the box.
Oh, true. We need to find a place where you're not going to land on them or something, right?
Indeed.
Okay. So, are we guys ready to go back to the camp? And we'll take this note with us and post it somewhere for a Weaver landing site.
How do you establish your Weaver landing site?
So,
I wonder if other people might need some landing sites.
yes, that's what I was wondering. Is there anything special about this piece of paper except it says Weaver on it?
Nope, that's a tag.
I try to remember. Is that how the? I don't have the satchel thing open right now. Is that how? Is that all we got to do? Is put tags on?
Yeah, we need to create a tag and we put it somewhere. And when that something or when something with that tag goes through,
So we tag both
they go
sides.
to the locations.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, so we need two tags, two
Mhm.
Weaver tags.
And
One-
Weaver has a tag.
Oh, you have a tag already?
Yep.
Oh,
If
isn't
you
that
recall, when
convenient?
we were on that boat sailing away from certain death, I wrote 2 letters. One of them went with the demon.
While you were out at sea, remember he took an entire turn of combat to write a letter and send one of them through the mail system.
Okay.
So he kept the other one. So they are matching tags basically.
Oh, so he sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
On the island.
I did not get that. Okay. Oh, so it was your emergency escape route. Okay, now I'm starting to. It took me a while to figure that out. So if you got lost, well, like if you went, like dumped in the water or something, we could retrieve you.
Yep. Or I
You
could
would-
safely go through the bag and wind up back
You
at the
could-
island.
Jump in the bag, right?
You lose your bag,
Oh,
but yeah.
Right. Okay, got it. Totally forgot about all that.
Also to the newbies here, you can jump through your own bag, but the bag stays behind.
Right.
And
Also, don't put a bag in a bag.
yeah, yeah, don't do that. Oh dear. Yeah, there's explicit like rules. Do not ever put a bag inside of another bag, because
Don't Ghostbusters it.
yeah, that's bad.
Oh, okay.
So there's a.
What if you put a?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna make a stupid joke. I'm not going to. Go
Well, I
ahead.
mean, that's,
Do it!
have you met us? That's all this game is.
I know.
Yeah, you just got a Pokeball from a leprechaun, effectively.
The
Yeah.
gnome.
Yeah,
Get
it's
it right.
It's an awful
You're
joke.
racist.
No, that's just. Either way, he was on a freaking unicycle singing a song.
Yes, he
Yeah, that
was.
was-
It's my
That was
favorite
pretty
character
mind-blowing.
by far.
I think it's pretty cool. Yes.
It's so dumb.
So I do have a feel. Maybe we should start walking back to the camp. And as we're walking, I've got a few things I want to bring up.
Go for it.
One is we need to start labeling things around the island, or something. Come up with a plan.
Perhaps before we walk away from the
I think
font,
the gnome
we should,
needs a label maker, like a miniature
label maker.
But the words would be too small for anyone to read, but he would still do it.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Actually, you know what, Trev? I have a question for you.
yes.
Previously, we had mentioned putting a label above the font to drop the crystals in.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we need to be here for that, though. Or is that still only a first-time thing?
that recently changed based on I did some big picture changes recently, and I'm gonna. I mean, based on what you just saw, I think you kind of have to be here.
Okay.
Okay. I was
It's
just
fine.
double checking because previously that would not have been the case.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to make a determination. That's still. I also don't want to have you guys keep having back. You know, like a long way every time, and traveling with the crystal is super difficult.
Well, you got to make a decision. You can
hold
wait.
on.
You can just tell us later.
I'll just say, yeah, you can do it remotely for sake of brevity, because I don't want to have to make you guys trek across the entire world, right? That seems super messed up. And you'll just like astral project the island.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how I'll have to handle it next time. Which we won't talk about that. You don't know about that.
All right. So so we don't need to label it then.
That's the opposite of what I just said.
We do need to label it
Wait, you said
because we're
astral
going to pretend
projection.
we're at the island.
Oh.
Yeah,
We don't actually have to physically be there, so we need to put the
Right.
label there so we can drop the crystal in.
Okay. All right. So I've got pen and paper. So I guess I should just label it fount, right?
Sure.
Well, that would be the location. So
Right,
it would
because who
be
knows? We
the
might
name
have
of
something
the
else.
item that you need to mark. But okay.
No,
I
no,
guess
we're
we could do that
marking.
too.
No, don't we mark locations? Because we could put
It has to be the same word for both things.
right, but can we like find a room, a warehouse, call it warehouse, and then just dump a whole bunch of crap in it?
The problem is, if we were called warehouse, then we would just get a bunch of random crap.
Right.
I meant if we label a room warehouse on the island, and then when we're someplace else, if we have a item that we also label warehouse and we put it in the bag, doesn't it?
It'll go the right place, but you won't be able to pull it out correctly. And you have several items labeled warehouse. You have to label the item. You can assign more than one tag to a location, right? You can just put a whole bunch of like lists, like a whole like ledger if you want to, or whatever, right? That's fine. But yeah, you don't want to label your item as like location. That doesn't work. You
Oh,
label it
I
as
thought
the
that's
item.
how that worked. Oh, okay, all right,
'Cause it has to be a matching word or phrase or whatever. Both locations.
okay. Or we could just start A B C D E F G, right? I mean,
Yeah, I recall the item 1157B. Sure. You
that's right. We could do that if we really thought.
Want to
Right.
be super weird about it? Yeah, sure.
You know what? I have. I guess it's kind of dumb.
Okay, I'm
No,
still.
it'll work.
Go ahead.
Could
'Cause
we
I'm still
just
confused.
label a room and then write on one side of the paper the room and the other side the item, if we wanted to actually sort it into that manner?
That's a good idea.
So that if we had new items that we hadn't discovered yet, we could just put that label into the room.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right. We could put labels remotely. Send labels into the room.
You'll need to do this.
Okay. So wait. So
okay.
one thing I'm confused about is in the past we've been able to put things in and then take it back out. The only problem is we don't know where it goes on the island,
Right.
right?
Right.
So the only purpose of the label is to determine where it goes, not to be able to find it from from the bag,
I guess that's true.
right?
Yeah, I
That's the
guess
only
that's true.
purpose of
Yeah.
the label,
It's fair. Yeah.
is so that it doesn't end up in a swamp.
Right. Right.
That's why I was thinking we should just have a label called warehouse. So at least now they all go in the same place. Or
Yeah,
we're-
I guess
multiple
that
labels.
does actually work, well, doesn't it? Because like you don't recall it via the label, say.
Right. And we might want, I
Mhm.
mean, there might be, if we have a fish, we don't want to put it in the warehouse because it's going to die. So
Yeah,
we would have
I'll
to have-
allow it
right?
because that's going to be easier for everybody. But you don't have
Mhm.
to do the like micromanaging labels. That's involved.
Right. So I
And
was
then you
thinking,
can just write a label on something, and that you already have you'll have like 10 labels like around the island, right? Like 10 buildings
Right.
or something, right?
Right.
And then you just assign it to a building. Yeah, that's fine.
Are you guys all following this and agreeing?
Not really,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, kind of.
I'm kind of lost.
Well, we kind of went
getting-
back. We kind of went
Yeah.
back and forth, but the basic idea is we make a label on the island. Let's call it tree. Okay, and then when we're someplace else and we put something in the bag, we label it tree. It will end up on that where we put the label called tree.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so it's a locator. But the
Yeah, I mean-
bag itself, in order to get that item, let's say we put an apple in there. If we want to get the apple back, we just think apple, and we pull our hand in and we pull out the apple.
Mm-hmm.
But it might come out goopy or something if it ended up in a swamp or something.
Right.
that-
Yeah, this does work. It follows the rules of the bag while also sort of navigating them in a different way. So it's
Wait, you
fine.
cut out.
Okay, sorry. I was saying it technically follows the magic rule of the bag. So I'll allow it basically.
Does that mean you have to physically go to that location and put a label there before you can send anything to that location?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to get onto this island so we could label a few places so that when we put things in, it'll actually go someplace sensible, because some of these things we put in, we don't know where they are.
Yeah.
And they might have ended up in a sand shrews mouth or something. You know, we don't know.
Poor Sandshrew just had a 1.5 foot
Beam.
firefly just
Oh,
arrive in
firefly.
its mouth. in its
Right.
mouth.
Okay.
That's funny.
Now that we got that figured out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to I want to label the fount.
Okay. Sure.
Now, can we label it? I'm not seeing the fount. Can we label it in such a way that when we put something through it, it'll land in the fount? Because I can't put something in the fount because it's gonna blow up or something.
I mean, you
right?
can just like put some like sticks together and have it hang over it by like a foot, right?
Okay,
That's
fine. Just as long as
Yeah.
you let us do that. Okay. So I guess we need to keep track of our labels. So we make
I'm so sorry.
a Google Doc for this or something.
I think we should just have like 4 labels.
Yeah, I don't think we want many, but we want to forget. Okay, I'm
It'd
just
be
gonna write it
It'd
down.
be cool if we could have like a map, like a visual map of the island, and then like pin it. You know, like have pins of like labels.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
we can visually see it.
Do we have a
Oh,
map?
This is
We
where
already-
we send the
do we have-
cats.
Do we have a physical map of the island? In other words, do the players own a map of the island?
No.
Okay, because we had a map. You gave us a map of something. The players, not
The player. Well, you have a map of the
not
world.
the. I meant the characters. Right? Do the characters? We have a map of the world. And that's all we have.
I don't
we
think
don't
I
have
have a
the
map.
island.
I don't think I have a map of the island, honestly.
We
Oh,
commissioned one from the dwarves, and at such a time that you figure that out.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't gonna be a thing, so I didn't
Okay.
make a map.
we don't know. We don't know.
We
We
don't
don't want
have
to make
to
too
have
much
a map.
work for you.
Do we?
No, I mean that's fair. Honestly, to have your home base have like a map, so you know what everything is.
I think it'd be
I will
handy.
work on that. Even if it's not like, it won't be a battle map, right? It'll be just like a picture, possibly with like arrows or something, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
work on that. I had quite a
even
bit
if
work
it's
to do.
even if it's hand drawn, it would be okay. I don't know. It's not super necessary. It's more just for our own benefit to keep our brains straight.
Yeah, no, it's fair too, because you keep asking like, what direction is this from? How far is this? That, right? Like,
Mhm.
important information to know, and having a visual aid would be helpful, I think, for you guys. I'll just have to work on that and figure out what that looks like.
Right. So
Uh,
as we're walking, we
Mhm.
also need to find a place to put all our stuff. And I said like warehouse or something like that. But we don't know. Are there buildings around? We need to ask the dwarves if they've built a building that we can put stuff in. Because maybe they haven't built anything yet. I don't know.
there's some buildings. I mean, you stayed next to some of them.
Oh, yeah, you sent that to us on Discord, I think, right?
Did I?
When we were talking, well, at one point we were talking about where to put the crystal.
Oh.
And there was a latrine and there was a wood shed and stuff. But I'm
Mhm.
thinking of an empty room that we can just use for storage.
They can make you one.
Okay.
I mean, you have a ton of automatons, and if you're making a simple structure, that shouldn't take too long. You can
Okay,
commission
so-
to do that for you.
Are the dwarves back at camp?
No, but
Okay.
Robert is Robert the Fearless, which
Mhm.
is the
The cook.
the chef automaton. He's
Uh-huh.
making some he's like curing some meat and whatnot, and he's going through some vegetable stuff and doing some foodie stuff at his table.
So are we back to the camp yet?
Sure. Yeah, unless you guys all wanted to do something else first. You guys all good being back at camp?
Let's go back to camp.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So-
guys walk back like the half hour it takes or whatever, and then
So hey, Robert.
hold on, what the heck? What's his voice? Shoot.
I don't know.
Uh,
One of them was
he's-
British, I thought, but I don't know.
They're,
Yes,
they're
sir.
both British, but
Yes.
one was tall sounding and
He's-
the other was fat sounding.
well, the opposite was true. But the tall one had a deep blustery voice, and the fat one had a nasally snooty voice. So
But which one is he?
he's the fat one. He's Robert. So he has yes, sir.
You guys have been building buildings and such. How long does it actually take to build a building?
Well, how big do you need it? Yay big, yay big, yay big.
I'm just. What do you think, guys? I'd say like 20 by 20, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just taking a
Hopefully we don't
guess.
send any islands.
Some huge like cars or something, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
do you-
yeah, it's like 20 by 20, something that's protected from the, has like a single door and protected from the elements.
Why
okay.
does it need a door?
Does it
We
need a
can-
door?
I mean, we have to be able to get it out, right? I mean,
Well, we just reach in the bag to get stuff out. So it wouldn't actually need a door.
It is easier to build with the door.
Okay.
But you don't.
Sure.
I guess we could remove it. I guess like
Well,
afterwards.
And we could always put a lock on the door, right?
From all those pesky thieves around here.
Yeah, like no, we don't have any of those
He looks-
around.
What?
He,
What?
he
I don't know
looks
what
at
you're
the
talking about.
rogues. He looks at the
Don't know what you're
rogues.
talking about. Don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. So
Sure.
anyway,
Oh,
Did you
the
say-
rogues
did you
aren't
say
an
we-
issue. They could recall from the bag anyway.
did you say we could send ourselves through the bag?
Yes.
yes, but oh yeah, and you want to be able to get out.
Well, you should what about a door that only opens from the inside?
Ooh.
Because that would keep thieves away.
Yeah.
If you get in there, you could go through the bag yourself.
Oh yeah, very smart.
Hmm.
Because we don't take any danger going in the bag. It's only danger going out of the bag.
Being pulled out. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Okay. So how long, Robert, do you think it would take to make something like that?
What do you need for the interior? Do you need shelving, chests, tables? What do you want there? Just a big
Oh.
empty room, like just things clanking around, or what are you looking for?
Actually, now I
room and each one of us has like a corner where our stuff just gets piled up.
yeah, probably. Do we need to worry about like when we throw things in there, smashing up against something else?
I mean, probably.
Hmm.
I mean, if it's just a big empty room, if you're gonna make like different thing, like you're gonna put like chests or shelves, or you're gonna put like stands for things or whatever.
Well, it
you
wouldn't
know.
matter because we're just gonna call it warehouse and just throw everything in.
Just
Or
a giant junk drawer.
well, I mean, what do you think? I guess Keegan, you mentioned something. Do you want to have it organized by person so that we keep our stuff separate?
Or keep it all as a group.
It should just be
No.
one big pile.
I mean,
big pile.
is this where we're keeping our money?
If you wish us for us to build specific buildings
Junk
for
drawer, it should
specific
just be a big-
items and kind of things, we can do that as well. We've already
It's a free
begun
for all.
construction on a few of these as well. We have like a tool shed over there. We have a woodshed. We have a couple of houses and whatnot. But we haven't had much use for storage at the moment. But if you wish for us to focus on building some more storage-related buildings, we can do that. Do you want a place for your weapons and armor? Do you want maybe like a bank vault or something? It'd be wood, unfortunately. You find a large stone for a vault door. I don't know.
I mean, that would be smarter to have it organized like that.
Organized in which way are you thinking, Lilith? By
Like-
person or?
I like the idea of what he just said, like knickknacks and all that separated. And then you could like color label everything, or you could just put someone's name on it. Or I don't know, do you want to go super detailed and have like each person has their own shelf?
Well,
Or
whatever
each
we
one has their
do,
own
we have to we have to keep track of it, and we have to decide ahead of time because we won't be on this island forever. So it can't be too complicated, but having 5 or 6 labels is fine. I wouldn't want hundreds probably, unless you did a ABCD kind of idea.
I think everyone should have their own filing cabinet,
Okay.
and the gnome can be in charge of it. He seems to be.
Oh, great. Okay. So let's just have let's have a. Okay. So what was the other suggestions about like a safe or something or what else?
They can build you specific structures that are for specific things. Like you can, like if you want to have like a place that's just for like food, you want to keep like your fruits and vegetables like separate from like the meats, for instance, right?
That sounds like a good idea.
You could have them design stuff like that, and then you could I mean, also remember the island is intelligent in terms of its filing system. It will try and put things where they belong. If there is a spot things are supposed to be, clearly, like within a room, for instance, it will go there. Like if you have a room that has, like a filing cabinet in it, right? And you set it to the room, the papers will go to the filing cabinet, right? It doesn't need to be super specific. It'll generally sort itself. It just needs a baseline for where to go.
Okay, so that would almost imply we only need one label, unless we want to keep our stuff separate, and then we'd want one label for each person.
It also implies you're gonna put like all your food, money, swords, random butterflies all in the same room.
Right.
Lilith wouldn't want her butterflies to be with everything else.
Right. Well, I think, okay, so Lilith, I think you're going to want more than just the warehouse. I think you're going to want an outdoor place.
I don't know what she wants.
Or maybe a cage. Because if you just put the butterflies out in the open, they're just going to fly around. Just like our fireflies, I have no control over where they go on the island.
You told a druid you want to cage her animals.
I know.
I know.
I
know.
To be fair, she does have a Pokeball, so she's doing it herself.
It's fancy in there. You don't know.
There's like a purpose behind it.
Yeah.
Look, you could build a penthouse for your critters that you capture.
Yeah.
Also, if you wish for me to get the boys on some various buildings of sorts, you can give me a list of all of the buildings you wish built, and we will work on them post haste.
Whoa, that sounds very nice.
So you guys can all give me a list of every building, and then they will start working on it, and they'll slowly get built over time, basically.
Okay.
So, and then you will know what there is available before you leave the island, essentially, right?
Sounds like a good plan.
Nice.
That way
So
you
how
don't
long-
it depends on how many buildings you want, but it's going to take a little bit of time. But we're pretty fast. We're going to get some crew construction to start with, and then we can build off of that and kind of fill it in. It's not too long. You can probably get a couple of these done within the day.
Just turn creative mode on. You can make this one in like 20 minutes.
Oh, and the other thing is we can make labels and throw them in the bag and that are labeled warehouse, and then they would, right? We can do that?
What do you mean?
Well, if we forget an item, a label, we could always label it later by throwing it in the bag, and it's going to go in the warehouse. Or throw a label into the bag, and the label would go into the warehouse, right?
Don't you have to label the place first?
Well, we
I
have
mean,
to.
if we're just throwing stuff into the warehouse, we don't really need to bother with that.
Mm.
I mean, if you put a label into the bag, that's not gonna just by itself.
Can you put a label with a label on the label?
It won't know which one is the primary label.
It's true. That won't work, will it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it won't know at that point. It'll just not make it anywhere.
Mhm.
I don't want to bog you guys too much down with this too much, right? Like,
Okay. So why don't,
basically,
yeah,
you can
We've
just give me a
already been
giant
doing
list
it for
of,
20 minutes.
I know.
Alright.
Basically, you guys can just give me a list of all of
I'm not
the
sure what just happened. That was
buildings.
like, wow.
you wish to build, and they will have labels made for them while you're away. Okay.
Okay. All right. Very
Hey
good.
guys, I'm gonna go down to the beach.
Okay.
That
Plot!
thing that rumbling was happening.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
build us an empty warehouse to begin with, and we'll worry about the details.
All right.
You know, if you want to be creative and put some places for food, that would be
Everybody-
great.
Throughout the
But
week, you can just by tomorrow, everybody just send me a list of any buildings you wish that are specific, that are not just a general big room. Like if you want someplace for food or animals or whatever, right? Let me know. Okay. So Robert is like, oh, by the way, before I forget, I was out on sentry duty, and hold on a second here. I am looking at the wrong thing. There we go. I'm reading definitely not today's notes.
Oops.
Anyways, and the boys seem to have found a pile of driftwood, and which isn't super abnormal, honestly. We get a little bit of wood here and there, but this wood seems to have come from a ship, and we don't really get ships out here. You know,
Ooh,
I haven't been here very
Maybe it's
long.
Lilith and Keegan's ship.
Oh, did you come from
Ooh.
a ship? Oh dear. I have bad news. I don't think it's going to make it.
No, that's a good thing.
We found some pretty big chunks of this sucker, and well, there seems to have been some to put it scientifically,
Some what?
some beetles seem to have had their way with this wood, and it's pretty mucked up.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing.
However, we didn't. It's usually with wood like this, you would get more of it at a time. If the ship went down, it's possible it could come. The rest of it could come, within the next day or so. It's hard to tell with the tide. Did we lose somebody?
Something happened.
What? I'm
We
here.
lost Matt.
Oh yeah, we did.
He's
Oh,
AFK. Hold on.
he hadn't been talking lately either. I
He
wonder.
just spoke.
He just spoke.
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh,
weird.
okay, there we go.
It put you AFK. I don't know why.
I don't know. My Discord asked me if I was still here.
You just said something. You said it was
weird.
a
I don't
good
know
thing
why.
about the boat.
That's really weird.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. So anyways, he's saying, if it's probably it may have already gone down. If it hasn't, though, it might be here today. Judging by the rot and just it's a guess for sure. It depends on how much sailing power they have. And I'm not an expert sailor, but I do know a little bit. And this is kind of the only land around. So if they were gonna make a beeline for something, it would probably be here. I don't know if that interests you or not. Again, they also might have already gone down. Maybe. I don't know.
Definitely gonna hope that they already sank and died.
Oh, so it's not friends of yours then, or you have
Well,
a
I mean,
messed
see,
up
this-
kind of friendship.
But you see this nice line on my throat, and the reason I'm not actually talking to you.
Oh yeah, I did. I thought that was just. I haven't
Can
seen a lot
he
of
talk to an
humans. I assumed
automaton? It
that
doesn't
was
have
just
a
like
soul, does
thing
it?
that was just like kind of normal, but I guess that's not true, is it?
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
And
All right.
you can his Keegan's talent is to be able to do this with even bots.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So
They have a neural network you can hook into. Yeah.
can you hold on a second? I want to send my hawk up 100 feet into the air and have him look around
Okay.
to the water to see if
will
he
just-
sees a ship coming.
I will just cut these potatoes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, how far is your bird going out?
It's going up, straight up.
Okay.
So it
how
can see
far
as
your
far as it
bird
can.
see?
Well, it should be able to see on to the horizon.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know how far the horizon is.
Yeah, I don't know either. Hold on. Perception.
Depends on how big your planet is.
Yeah. That's
What's
And if the
perception on?
world's
Oh, there you go.
flat.
+4. Okay.
the world is kind of flat, I think, actually. Well, it's a very, very tight sphere. It's like squished down all the way, right?
16.
16. Let's see. What time of day is it currently? I would say. I mean, it took a while for you guys to do all that stuff, I would say. So it's probably getting a little bit dark at this point. So it's in the later afternoon, almost early evening. Robert is making dinner at this point. So we're looking at by 5 or 6 o'clock. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that you can see a speck on the horizon. Can't tell if it's stationary or if it's moving, but
North, south, east, west.
on the, let's see, where are we? South.
Is that the direction of that we came in?
Wait, hold
Which
on. Sorry,
direction
no,
is that?
it's southeast. Okay, I'll say southeast basically.
Okay.
Yeah, your
Alright.
your beach is to the south, and you have been mostly to the east.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like the fount is
been-
on the east and stuff?
No,
you
as
mean?
in when you were traveling in the ocean, you were traveling mostly to the east.
Oh, right. So it's kind of coming almost from the direction we came, but a little more
Yeah.
south. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So I break my connection with the hawk and just let everybody know, hey guys, there's a speck on the horizon out in the southeast, a long ways away right now. I don't know how far it would take for them to come, but there's something out there. I don't know if
Okay.
they'll come. I don't know if they're headed our direction or not, but maybe in another little while we might be able to find out. Maybe another hour. See if it's coming closer.
Well, let's really hope it's not the pirate captain. Again, I don't want to die again, or I don't want to get almost die again.
We're mostly dead.
Well, I'm sure we could come up with some stuff to do for a couple hours while we determine what's going on with that.
We might want to. Well, okay, so I'm not sure when you're going to end, Trev, but I was going to say
Soon.
I would want to talk to Lilith and Keegan a little bit more about this ship that might be coming that they might know something about.
I don't like it.
Okay, what was the purpose of the ship?
Pirate slavers.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So were you a pirate slaver?
I was a member of the crew. Yes. She was a prisoner. And then
Ooh.
I had a bit of some crappy dreams, as I'm sure you guys were all. You joined us in the last one.
Oh, so this is not the
however, I
first
got-
stream.
Oh, no. Anyway, I got to see a few of her dreams, and they were really bad. So I felt bad for her, so I let her out. And then she sunk the boat, or at least I thought she sunk the boat. As a
I had a
result,
beetle on my person.
You had a beetle?
the pirate captain
Possible.
kind of took me up to the top of the deck and, not wanting to deal with me, slit my throat and threw me overboard.
Oh dear, terrible.
Tried to kill him.
And Lilith, how did you make the ship go down?
So yes, I had a necromancer friend send me a wood-eating beetle,
Necromancer. It's great.
and the beetle obviously sank the ship or did some damage.
Oh, did you
Better
see
hope.
the ship go down?
Trevor, we didn't see it go down, did we?
No, you did not.
No.
But it would take some time anyway for the beetle to do its work. It's
He
just a
only
little
had-
beetle after all.
So many teeth and so much. Yeah.
So was this slaver ship armed? Did it have a lot of
Oh, yeah.
weapons?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no, if that's them, we're in for a pretty big fight.
How many crew?
So if you guys
I was about
remember,
to say I should know that, however.
you would, because you're part of the crew. So hold on, sorry, somewhere around here. I have it written down. There. Push the button. There we go. So there, since your departure, there would be 6 crew members.
6 left, you mean?
Yes, because there were 7 originally. So there'll be 6 crew members, and then there were actually 2 other slaves on board as well.
Oh, only 2?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. It was on a large vessel.
Okay.
Overall, it was a fairly small ship. It was a keel boat, I believe. That's the ship type, right, Bird?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
Well, D&D Beyond, actually, I've looked at ships to see what they were. So they do
Yeah.
have a list of different ships
They
available
do.
with stats and stuff.
It's a keel boat. Yeah, it was a keel boat.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it was a smaller ship.
Well, I think what we should do is we should arm up our rowboat and go and attack it. What do you think, guys?
Arm up the rowboat.
yeah, that's.
I mean, the rowboat's pretty well armed.
I mean, what?
Or do you think that's a bad idea, Lilith? You've seen the
I
ship.
think rowing a rowboat out to a larger boat and going, we're gonna attack you is.
Who the hell is gonna row it? First of all, but second of all, a rowboat? Really? That's okay.
Oh, you're making fun of our rowboat.
A rowboat out to. Okay.
So Weaver, I think I'm getting the impression that maybe they think it's a bad idea to take our rowboat out and attack the ship.
I think I agree. I think what we should do is we should wait for them here and defend our island if they come to attack it.
We have
Yeah,
a
we can make
beach of wild
booby traps.
animals. It'll protect
True.
us.
Also, we have sand shrew landmines.
Oh, wait! Couldn't we build like traps or like cages, and then we can send them through the bag into the caged?
Well, somehow you have to pick them up and put them in the bag, but that might
Not if
be
we
I
just
mean,
jump
we
on
can
them and drop the
like
bag
trick
on
them
their
into
head.
it somehow.
maybe.
Can't we trick them into it? Somehow?
Sounds like that's something
This
we
is
should
like
we should sit down around the campfire and talk about this and come
should
up
make
with a
some
plan.
s'mores and talk about this.
Yes, I think we should.
I have
All
vegan
right.
marshmallows.
What does that even mean?
No
Are they already
gelatin.
Wait, are marshmallows vegan?
It's just pumped
Oh.
up sugar.
I think some of them they use like horse hooves, you guys. I think
What?
Oh no.
What?
Animal bones go in jello.
unicorn hooves. If we're talking about that, I don't know. I think.
Are we
What
all
you don't know
The
won't hurt ya.
ingredients would be gelatin, which that would be.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you
Seven-
didn't have gelatin,
Really?
That'd be
Don't hit me
Here's
out of, like-
more.
Yeah. Okay. Guys. All right.
Anyway,
All right. Well, the more you know.